Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children and heart at all ages, welcome to another episode 11 of Ability Draft Games We Don't Make Public. I'm the Canadian Chicken here with our GP Knights. How's it going today, Knights?
Oh, just peachy. We got a wonderful draft here in front of us today. A bunch of Chinese letters I don't recognize, but that doesn't matter because it's going to be some great Dota.
I recognize OMG. So I mean, I can speak Chinese now. These probably aren't Chinese letters. They're probably some other language, and I don't know the difference.
That could be just as well.
All right, so my bet is first pick Juju.
First pick Juju?
Yep.
You think so?
Yep. First pick Juju.
My bet is on the co-op doing something more sensible and picking
Like
up
what?
the Blink.
Oh, you cheated. Every
All
time
right.
you're right, you cheated. Every time I'm right, I'm a god.
Well, every time I'm right, I'm just that little bit in front of you, right? I love to see the Lich picking up Stormhammer as an immediate second pick response. That is such a great second pickup stun. Mars getting his Bulwark, no surprise there.
Let's count the strength heroes. 1, 2,
It's
3,
relatively balanced.
4. No, it's 1 to
Could
3.
1 to 3.
Ogre Magi is an it
Oh,
hero.
right. I keep forgetting that. Yes.
And
Look at
so we
him
have
going
2
to strength.
melees on the one side. So I'd love to see Timbersaw get
Or
Whirling
Ogre.
Death.
Either of them.
Nah,
They
Timbersaw
both.
with Juju, man.
I know. They both want to get in
Three
there
second
close and fight,
cooldown
though.
on 3-second cooldown though. That'd be sick.
Yep. There's also a lot of other good things that he could take, too, right? Like, if he gets Decay. Ho, ho, ho. He's laughing. A lot of other things that people don't directly think of, like coloring sort of more mid-range one, like God's Rebuke, getting that down to like 5 seconds is quite nasty.
Yeah, God's Rebuke could work too. Like guarantee massive AoE hit with True Strike. I don't know if I knew
Every
it had True
couple of
Strike.
seconds, boom, boom, boom.
It's a little bonkers.
Yeah, there's the Decay. I saw that coming. What do you think about the Death Prophet picking up what would be a normal sort of strength melee pickup here on a range hero?
I mean, she's a Sven, except int isn't as good as strength when it comes to base stat
Yeah.
for being an attacker. Ooh, exorcism with that. Oh, Mars took the defensive Whirling Death. See, Radiant should have gotten that. They should have
He really
prioritized it.
needed it they needed to get it though, right? As you said, it's very unbalanced. They needed to get that or they're gonna get cut down so hard. It's a good pickup with him as well. There's nothing
Yep.
wrong about it.
Oh yeah, like it's a great pick on him. I would just love to
Yeah.
have seen it on Radiant because they could have abused it a lot more.
Blink into arena, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but for what purpose? What's she gonna do when she gets there? Okay,
Scatterblast
that's got a
people?
pushback. That's not bad.
Yep. We got a Lich with a real stun. What do you think about Dazzle first picking this Flesh Golem here? I'm not
So
so
Dazzle
sure.
is taking advantage on the fact that he's a right-click hero as a base.
Mm-hmm.
So those right clicks are gonna have damage amplification and slow. So it's actually pretty
Could
cool.
get pretty scary if he does start scaling.
And he'll be hard to kill. Like it makes up for his squishiness.
Oh my god, this Sven is going to be so hard to kill with all sorts of ways of mitigating damage and regaining health. This Snapfire, oh my gosh. This could be just brutal.
I can't believe they let God's Rebuke get back to Walrus
Or
Punch.
Sponge. Yeah.
That seems
I have a
like a
feeling this is
poor
going to get out of
strategy.
control.
If that works, it's going to be nutty.
Yep.
I don't know the interaction
There's one
offhand.
of those weird things where it just couldn't interact because it's not actually a hit or whatever, but yeah, if it does, oh my gosh. We're in for some big crits today.
Shadow Strike. Guess for the catch. Okay, I can see that. I like it. I like it.
I like Timbersaw picking that up, but at the same time, Pugna now having the Nether Ward on the other side really is going to hurt Timber.
Ah, Timber should have grabbed the Nether Ward.
Yep, that would have been a good sort of mid-range pickup. Going down to what? 15-ish? No. 17-ish seconds. Doing math mid-cast, always a great
17 and a half and duration of 30.
Yeah, like you'd be able to get a couple of those out for sure. Well, all in all, very balanced draft on each side. I don't see anything that stands out as massively overpowered.
There's a lot of big int heroes for no one to take Arcane Bolt.
Mm-hmm. There's some serious scaling potential there.
And people do not understand how good the Dazzle Eggs is. Seriously, dispelling as allies is nuts. That is a very, very potent skill.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have seen for someone to try and abuse that.
We often see the Shadow Wave and the Shadow Grave left behind, though.
Also, Mars probably would have been better off to take Chakram. That way he could move around with his Bulwark and still toss it out because he's going to be disarmed anyway.
A lot of people don't sort of think about that interaction of,
but
you know...
I have fought Life Drain Bulwark before, and it is really, really hard to fight.
Yep.
Because he heals a lot while reducing damage.
He's going to want to get in close.
Very hard to kill.
Beat your face in, steal a bunch of life. It sounds like a lot of fun. Well, based on our starting items here, I don't really see who's going to be mid yet, but do see the Ogre going for the Orb of Corruption and Corrosion right away there.
That's pretty standard on an Ogre. It's got a nice big smack.
He also has another slow as well, and then the Tombstone, you want them to be slow as well, so yep, I can see where that's going to be very handy. I don't see anything special coming out of this setup to begin with. Keep moving this.
Oh, a little bit of a trade going on here with some damage. Dazzle is not in good shape. They are bringing 4 heroes. They are looking for first blood.
Yep.
And they have a nice courier ward up, really deep. They're going to be sniping couriers early. They didn't get their blood, but we do see a salve.
Well, they're still looking for the scrimmage here. They have 3 against 3 here, with the other one disappearing now to get the rune, but they'll just get it and run away here.
Not sure what Sven thinks he's doing. He's not going to catch that Debt Prophet.
No, there's just sort of weird runs all around the board, but I think things are more or less equalizing. Yeah, now with Co-op TPing out of mid, this makes more sense. As we have the Dazzle versus the Mars in the mid. What do you think about putting the Mars mid there against the Dazzle?
I don't know if I like it. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't like it. But I don't know who you would have put in mid instead.
Otherwise, yes. That's sort of the problem. Let's jump up the top lane, have a look here. Sorry, we jumped down the bottom, have a look, because there is a lot of damage coming out of that Timbersaw. And the Sven, as there's quite a dually lane here, with both those stuns available. Both very low for the Timbersaw and the Sven here. Sven has the reactive, the regen, but it's not good enough. There goes first blood. There goes the ways of that Timber. He's got 16 stacks of decay up already. That's going to be a rough lane.
He has 16 decay.
Hey, sorry,
That's 3 stacks of decay.
My bad. That's what I meant to say. Oh, we got a pause coming out here. It's time to talk about
16 stacks of decay.
I was like, that's not right. That can't be. 16 strength from decay. Let's say it right. So this is going to be a brutal lane for that.
That 64 strength. That would be like tripling his current strength.
He already has no strength to begin with when he starts out, and now he's going to be getting decayed. The saving grace here will be that retaliation with the stun.
So the really nice thing about the Timbersaw picking up the decay is the same reason I wanted him to get Whirling Death is they have 3 strength heroes on the other team, so every time he decays one, he's taking away their damage as well as their health.
It's exactly what I'm sure he was thinking when he was looking that way. But without him, now he seems to just want to do some fuckery here while he's really low, looking for a 3 TP home back to base maybe.
So if we look at the mid matchup, it's relatively even. Mars was a little more ahead a second ago.
But they're even, relatively speaking. It's going to go back and forth.
The regen battle is going to be a big difference because Dazzle doesn't have his bottle yet, and Mars does.
Well, there's some damage coming out onto this Snapfire top as they're really looking, and he has the ability to blink forward and get that kill, and he does. Likewise, bottom, able to throw out that stun. Looking for the courier snipe.
Well, that really deep ward's going to make courier sniping real easy.
Yeah, that Timbersaw screwing around there was doing really interesting things early. We jump back mid here. I expected this to be a worse matchup for the Mars than it was here, but he's doing great.
Yeah, he's a little bit more ahead. Like I said, Dazzles have to bring out some more.
They're going on the spin again, bottom, as they have enough with the Timbersaw putting out a bunch of stacks. What's he up to again there? Ooh, up to 12 strength again. As they're looking forward, pushing in. This is going to be the lane to watch, I have a feeling, as they're just going to be continuing to throw spells back and forth at each other here.
Timber's got to consider buying some armor. Increasing your health is great, but Timber's base armor is junk.
Yeah, it's all based on that reactive, and he doesn't have it. Oh, he's going to be punished for this. One more right click, and he'll end up going down. That is 4-0 for Radiant, as this bottom lane is just looking disgusting. I'll jump back mid here, have a look at the Dazzle. The Mars is now outpacing the Dazzle quite a bit here, to the point that the Ogre is now outpacing the... Oh, I just said it. I'll flip back, of course.
Yeah, so... The regen on Timber is really poor right now. He's really relying on the strength steal of keeping his health maintained. And he's going up against reactive armor, which is some of the best regen you could ask for. I don't like that Sven is not going Spirit Siphon.
Oh, that's a lot of damage coming out. They have the fear to pull them back. Well, they have that little bit. The cookie stuns him up for a second, but you can see him in the trees. He's looking for that last little bit, hunting for it.
That creep cookie was good.
That was a great keep. He stun out. So he's gonna get out. He's gonna get out. He has the stun available, but he's out of range now. That is a great walk through the forest for that Timber to be able to get out. Just don't make the mistake going back into range.
Oh,
top again. Blinking with the Quap here. Even though in range of that ward, he's able to blink in and get the Snapfire once again. Oh, I'm missing every kill today, dude. I'm so bad at this.
Mars casually dies. You don't even see it, did you?
No. As
just died to poison damage.
Poison damage comes out on this Dazzle as he walks up into the jungle here. Grabbing himself the bounty room.
Yeah, Dazzle's taken over mid, I think. Like, I know that Mars is still a little bit up, but that kill's going to make a huge difference.
Yep.
But it's also the experience. Mars really has to get his 6, which he does now have. So we can see if he can take advantage of this, but...
I don't think you want to sit there and life drain versus this Dazzle, right? So it's going to have to be some kind of setup on top of all of that, and it's just not happening right now. As we look bottom again, there's...
going out on the Sven.
Yep, and
but he
Timber...
finally has Spirit Siphon, and he's realizing, holy crap, it does a ton of damage.
Yep. As they continue to trade off again here, bottom with that Fear doing work to hold that Timber in place. But now the Sven is ready to fight, racing forward onto the 2 here. That regen doing work. He's up to 12 stacks, but you know he does have 16 stolen mail. Down to less than 700 health. Oh, that poor spin. But that stun with a little bit of pulse damage here should be enough, and it is to kill the Timbersaw. So they're looking to set up onto this Dazzle mid here. Pugna's rotated over. But he has the DD, they have to be careful here. Could have a lot of damage. Oh, Mars just decides to throw out the ult. Not quite. Barely survives as they trade off a kill top and bottom as we're watching that fight out mid.
Yeah, you definitely missed this little dance that they did down bottom with Death Prophet there. That's okay. So what's this Pugna doing?
Lots
He's
of
in a
action.
ward. Why is he running around here? Was he looking for Dazzle?
He came mid to help out the Mars there, to try to get a kill on the Dazzle. They almost got it. They almost
he didn't
got
have
it.
a ward. He just used it before I saw him. Okay.
Yeah, but he's running up there to drop this ward here. We look top here. We haven't paid attention to this lane lots. We see that we're approaching the time here for First Exorcism to really come out. This is a problem here, as they already have a bunch of damage potential with this Quap killing that spin a couple of times. We just see a rotation top.
Boy.
Comes out with the fear and the stun. Putting some damage back into the Quap. Is it going to be enough? It is. That poison damage from the Shadow Strike, they're really coming out as just 3 levels into that early. Wow. That was a great little fight.
It's a good slow. It's definitely a good slow.
Nice little bit
of
of poison
really low
damage
cooldown.
too.
So it's like, especially because she's getting the levels in it.
I'm not sure exactly.
I would have liked to seen her. I guess that doesn't really matter.
Alright, we're hunting here as we got the Lich looking on the setup of the DP. That is a great setup, and that's an immediate kill onto the Death Prophet. Oh, I was waiting for that. A stun into the ult right next to a creep camp. Feels good. I really thought they were going to capitalize on this top immediately, knowing that he was gone now, but they did nothing against that snap, as we see a smoke, 2-man smoke, moving into the tired Radiant jungle here, bottom. There's already an aggression coming out onto the Timbersaw.
I think they're coming to say to finish the Timber off and secure the kill on the Dazzle.
They're trying. They're looking. Into the trees they go. Oh my gosh, and they're not going to get any of the kills. Okay, there we go. Out comes the Chakram for 1 kill. They're still chasing the Dazzle. Stun will get the 2nd kill. Oh my gosh, that was Ring Around the Rosies the best of times there.
Space created, I guess.
As that is 4 Dire Heroes bottom. And they're just starting to put a bit of chip damage into this tower. They really didn't get anything out of that other than a couple of hero kills. Does now even things up 7-7, which is probably good overall. As we see now the Snapfire retreat into the jungle. Probably for the best, being killed twice now by that Cop Ogre combo.
Trying to figure out exactly how much cleave this Death Prophet's getting out of it, because I feel like she's only cleaving half this camp she's working on.
Yep.
And she's put 3 points into it, so she thought it was going to be good.
Oh, the fear into the Mystic. That's a great combo. Hold you there, pull it down, lots of damage, and then you're just dead. Meanwhile, they go on the bottom. And they find the kill onto the Timber as well. But all the same, they haven't put a lot of damage into this tower yet. This could be the time they start putting some serious chip damage in. So I'm sure this is the catapult wave. Meanwhile, mid, they drop the Tombstone. The Ogre barely survives.
Yeah, but that Tombstone does work. It's one of the best crowd control spells for ability draft in general.
Meanwhile, bottom. This is the time. He's putting a lot of work into that tower with the catapult wave here. Purposely buffed out the wave. Looks like he's going to do the same with this one. Yep, there he goes again. Just letting it put the full damage it can into this bottom tower. And that's probably going to be bottom. I don't see anyone coming to defend this. 1's coming. Maybe 2. No, he's content on farming. So there goes bottom tower. It's going to make farming in this jungle a lot harder, guys. There's no 2 chasing into that Timbersaw. Out comes the stun, and that will be enough to finish off that Timbersaw once again. As Dazzle's looking for the revenge kill. Without any detection, though, he's not going to be able to find it, as the Lich already has the Shadow Amulet done, looking to pick up that Glimmer Cape very early.
Game started 6-0 and it's now 8-10.
10.
Yep. Dire is very much catching up here.
But there's potential to turn back and forth either way here. Well, it's poking, prodding. The ult's still up. I'm surprised they're willing to run into this Dazzle. He is scary with that ult up. Well, they'll decide better of it and back off for the time being here.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Mine! Selfish. You two, follow me!
Do love the Glimmer pickup, having the smoke there on the Lich. What do you think this Mars is going for an item?
I mean, he's got to be just thinking eggs. He gets so much from it.
I would expect so. He doesn't have it queued up, which I find kind of surprising. Do see
No, but he's got the point booster, so that's what he's going.
Blightstone Desolator ready queued up there in the Snapfire, which makes a lot of sense. Big fight going out mid here, as there's 3 that bringing in more to help out. They drop a lot of damage onto that Timbersaw, but he is a tanky boy. Oh, the Chakram will find the kill, though.
Meanwhile, top, Dazzle
Leap
finished
forward.
off a tower, but then died to Lich.
Well, they're
Who
still
then
looking
died
for more.
to
These zombies. Oof,
Dazzle? Oh, damage over time. Hilarious.
that little bit of tick. They're still putting pressure on mid here, as they did ring around the Rosy. Now Tombstone is down, so they know they can just continue to put pressure in here. All the while, Mars is farming up the jungle here. Losing that bottom tower really opened up the jungle for him to just come in and own this space, which is exactly what he's doing. Now, if they lose this mid as well, this is going to be a problem. But they seem content on letting it go, as Radiant is basically just decided to play in Dire's side of the jungle. As Dazzle's looking to kill the Snapfire here. Definitely will have the damage to do this. Goodbye, Snap. That's what I mean. Turns away knowing he has to kill. You don't do that nearly enough, man.
I know.
So they
Because-
secure the middle tower. It's a great for their advantage of taking over this Dire Radiant jungles. They have this great vision here now to see everything that's going on. Radiant knows it, though. They're just playing in a completely different part of the map. As Radiant's drawing out circles now, going, no, they're over here. They own this. We have to stay away or do something about it. You see the spend farming up quite nicely here. He's already got his hood. Looking to get that blade mail up and running. You see the
Keeps trying to farm with
rod.
right click still. He's not using the chakra as much as he could.
Well, he does have a bit of mana problems as spend, right? You see the Rod almost finished up on the Pugna. That's going to be great for that alt lockdown. That's a classic combo. They do see the Blade Mail already finished up on the Ogre here. And wonder what the Lich's next item is going to be here after he picked up the Glimmer Cape here. Oh, that's a immediate lockdown onto the Timbersaw. He just gets evaporated by that ult combo. Goodbye. All the
Disappeared
while,
him.
more Dire just farming up this Radiant jungle, while Radiant is over here doing the same to the Dire's jungle. Without these tier 2s, they haven't been able to take the outpost yet, which means they can TP in at any minute to provide defense, and this is where we see a big fight turn out as they all comes up, jump onto the Pugna immediately. Goodbye, Pugna. Oh, we now see the Mars ults come out. Looking to crowd control that space a little bit. He is thinking he is a big beefy boy, that he's going to fall to all that magical damage. Looking to poke forward there with that ult still being up, but if you're straight up a battle of Exorcism versus Life Drain, I'm pretty sure Life Drain wins every time.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good nuke there about the
Well, they're
quad.
content to walk forward, though, as there is a bit more. Throw out the ult. A couple of lucky bounces, but decides to go into the creep wave. We'll finish off the Timber with the last bounce there, though. Lucky last little bounce. And they'll get the kill onto the Quap here as a haste rune. Snapfire running forward, looking for more. Out of mana, though. Dazzle's decided to turn this fight. Immediately gets ulted down. Whirling Death will finish him off.
Oof.
And he will use that Pugna ult to save Pugna. Mars being the best of friends.
Oh man.
With his health regen, he just doesn't care either. Something Pugna just is like, that would have taken years for me to regen that much health.
Yeah, this Mars's farm is slowing down though. He's not that much closer. Oh, actually, never mind. He has a piece extra that I didn't notice. So he's almost got the eggs then. Never mind.
Yep, he's working well on it. We do see the Snapfire take over the top of the net worth here. We do see the Mars ult thrown down mid again to trap out that bolt. He just walks right through it. And the Snapfire will turn on and immediately get the kill. I love that. The Snapfire's getting out of control. Looking for more. The Ogre is low, chasing onto the Ogre. But the Dazzle will come in from the back, looking for the Pugna. Putting a bunch of damage onto it. Should have just known that it was enough poison damage and walked away. Decided to go in for more. Pays for a little bit with that damage coming in from the ult. Snapfire is close here. Could end up paying for this. Decides to focus, but
I like that Snapfire took out the tombstone. That was really good control on her part, taking advantage of the little
immediately
shredder.
looking for that with the little shredder. I love that. It's such a
That's
great
what she's
talent.
got to do.
You just take that little shredder.
Range and attack speed, just instantly pew it down.
Pew pew pew. Goodbye, Tombstone. It's great situational awareness on their part to know this is just what I gotta save it for and use it for that. Even though I could just use it to kill someone immediately with what she's got right now.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Oh, they're looking. They know Death Prophet was over here. And she is looking to kill this Pugna. Wow. There's a lot of damage coming in from the Death Prophet. We'll find the kill immediately, but now the Snapfire's here looking for the revenge kill. We'll find it? No! Into the trees and TV's away! Wow, that's amazing. All the while, they're putting the pressure on top.
How did she not see her?
Is there not invis there? Take a look. Figure that out for me. All the while, we're at the top. Falling down there as Dire pushes in once again. You've yet to see Radiant really respond to this Dire push that's coming out, but once again, Tombstone's dropped. They're looking to get aggressive. Out comes the Mauler's ult. Big ult on the side. As that drops the Ogre. We're still looking to put a bunch of damage in here, but now that Dazzle's got to run. And he ends up going down. There's so much zombies onto the spend, but he just does not care. So much stuff on him. And he's just like, no, it's okay. Oh, it's not until he gets the Spirit Vessel charge on him. And then he just melts. Goodbye. This is the time where the spend, the Lich, sorry, decides it's time to leave.
Vessel, Queen of Pain. Nice choice. Nice choice.
That was a great choice. Knowing that if you throw that on that Timber, he's just gonna disappear. I did not expect to see this Death Prophet catapult up as high as she did here, but farming the way that she's doing here. She is definitely catching up. Already got the BKB, Mask of Madness. Looking to get the Shadowblade online here next.
And we can see that the net worth has drastically shifted from like the earlier parts in the game.
Yep.
Obviously, Dazzle is not scaling to the degree he could have.
Yep, he's also getting hit on a lot there, so he could have had a better game than he did. Versus that Mars. Which again is also falling off, but he's got that eggs now, so he's looking to be aggressive. Out comes that Mars ult again. Looking to zone out a bunch of people.
Oh, he's facing the wrong way.
And he gets
Dead.
popped. So they're still in the area as we got 4 Dyers here versus the Radiant side, looking to wrap around. So poke in, they find the Death Prophet. Will they decide to go up the hill for more? You see the Shard picked up on the Lich. It's a great thing for his ult. It allows him to do that solo pick off even more now. They're playing the vision game here, trying to recrain this as they're looking to collapse onto this tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're gonna find anything with the smoke.
No, they've been kind of wrapping around the wrong places. Great setup here. They got the ward ready on the high ground. The Lich is out in the front. Oh, Lich, you got to put that down first. That's a me mistake right there.
Oh.
It's not going to cost them, though. They will end up finding and killing the Timber Saw and taking the tower here as that falls. Sapphire's laying out some great damage into that.
He was probably thinking he had more travel time to do it.
Maybe. Maybe. That's a me mistake. I do those kind of things all the time, thinking it's just gonna have that little bit second longer to bounce so I can throw it down afterwards, but it's generally always better to throw the other one down first, secure it, know it's gonna bounce correctly, especially when there's no other targets. We do see the Quap looking to pick up an Aeon Disc here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I'm guessing she just wants to be able to get down the arena, even if she's supposed to die, but I don't know. I like that she went Shard, though, for Shard.
The arena hasn't been effective, though. I do like the Shard, I will agree with that. You see the Dazzle's almost finished up the BKB here. That is going to be great versus this Sven stun the Lich has here. As well as this Pugna ult that's outputting massive amounts of damage and the Nether Ward. So, I would expect BKBs a lot of heroes here before long. We do also see the Shroud. Sven, it's a great item for him.
Would have liked to have seen like a Mjolnir.
Out comes that all top, putting a bunch of damage into the ogre. They don't find him. They're looking for more here. Mars moving forward, but they still have the 3 here. The arena comes out to zone the 1, and they will find the kill onto the Pugna. Barely misses the ogre with the chakram. He decides better than take out the tombstone, knowing his teammate will finish the kill. They look forward here for more. The Death Prophet's got to run. These heroes will collapse onto you. They have another objective in mind, it seems, as they travel over towards the Rosh Pit. And this guy's going to die pretty darn fast.
Yeah, they got a lot of armor reduction, because he's going to melt.
Goodbye. The real question is, who's going to pick it up?
Probably Snap.
I would expect so. Both Mars and Snap have a slot for it. Oh, they give it to the Mars. I would have expected the Snap to probably get that instead. She's been the one outputting all the damage, but maybe just feel the Mars needs to live with that defensive line. That will allow Snap to do her job better. And with that, now comes another objective as they look to push down this middle lane, get that tier 2.
Yeah, we see the Mars like beating on the tower here, but he doesn't have.
Oh, they put the fear onto the Timber, and that's a dead Timber. They've been controlling him like that all game. That's got to feel bad. You cannot walk into this, boys. That tower's done. Goodbye. All the while there, they've been controlling that high ground spot, so they got some vision up there as well. Seeing them wrap around. They also have the vision from the last fight bottom, so they can see them if they're coming that way. So they just decide to run right down mid with that aggression in. They find that the pull onto the ogre, and he's trapped into that wall. He's going to take a lot of damage, but he gets out. Meanwhile, so much damage coming up from that ult. Wow, that was great control with the Maulers into that ult.
Where was all Radiance damage coming from? Was that just the Dazzle?
The Dazzle combined with the control of the arena.
Oh no, it was Death Prophet. That's where all the damage was coming from.
The Death Prophet was putting a bunch of damage in there too.
Okay.
So we look at the fight thing here. Death Prophet put a ton of damage in there. It's a great little fight. Looking to take that tower, and they were punished for it.
Dire's bottom tower has been
And they're going to look to reset here, reclaim their jungle a little bit. I would hope they reclaim this vision, knowing they have vision over here. They've been controlling that vision game so well. Either that, or you just go extremely offensive and just try to get vision on the other side and trade vision for vision. But they'll go aggressive, and they find the Pugna. So we got 4 heroes here in the neighborhood still. Alright, now's the time. They're bringing in all the heroes mid. So they're looking to defend. They throw down the tombstone. Put the shield on the tower. Out come a bunch of BKBs. Mars looking to zone people out. Likewise, Snapfire jumping to the back lane looking for the other damage dealer. Out comes that ult right onto them. Meanwhile, on the other side, finally Mars all comes down. Zones out. Boom. A lot of damage. That was a great reversal on the part of Radiant there to really control and zone them out. Take a great fight.
Yeah, they
Wow.
gotta get these towers down so they can take advantage of it. Roche obviously just happened, so they can't get that as an objective.
No, we still have a while on Roche, almost 5 minutes. That little addition right there, love it. Best thing ever. Don't care what people say. Wow. Rod and the Snapfire immediately gets the kill. Boom, 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 gone. And the Snapfire is going to be very close to finish up on the Shadow Blade. She can go hunting even more effectively than she already is. Pugna's got the Ghost Scepter finished here. That's going to be fun. Lots of survivability there to make sure everything's laid down correctly.
So Queen of Pain finishes her Aeon Disc.
Wow, Death Prophet's already finished up the Silver Edge. That's awesome. So despite all of that, Radiant didn't reclaim any of the vision here. They just went out and got some more aggressive vision. I expected to use that time to reclaim their 2 vision spots here. Dire's just been taking so much advantage of that vision there.
I just realized that Timbersaw went Midas because of bad juju. Makes sense.
Yep.
But
lower
he
their
is
cooldown.
not very high on that net worth with that considering.
No, it was a very late minus. Oh, and he's just been dying too all the time. Immediately gets found out by that Snapfire. That's a great
Speaking
reveal
of dying, okay.
of that Shadow Blade. That's what the hunting is. Hunting we shall go. Hunting we shall go. Oh, that Snapfire's got to feel like a god at this point. Alright, out come the Marzo. Jumps in immediately, try to do some control, but where's the damage? They're not close enough yet to put in a bunch. And reversal ult will come out immediately, killing the one. This Mars is so low, the BKB turning that around. Just be able to stand his ground, putting so much damage into that front line as they try to move forward and put any damage into any of these backline heroes and just can't do it. What a great fight again, that Death Prophet
Yeah,
moving forward.
he's really
putting forth
relying
damage.
on his bulwark just to do the tower,
And the
get
Mars
the
all
tower
the
while
while
they're fighting there.
just rebuking. So now comes the turnaround. This time they will have the damage to kill the Mars. They move forward. The Death Prophet will fall as a rebuke. The cookie's off the mark. They will go hunting for more. These invises have been causing a lot of serious problems, and without the vision reclaim, they can't see it. Snap
Lich
leaps
went
forward, looking
eggs.
for more.
That's ballsy. He is not a very strong hero.
No, but with his ability to leap in and immediately drop Spire and the Chain Frost, I don't think he cares. Oh, this Ogre's looking for more as he's continuing to pound down this Pugna. But with that little whip, I think he'll be able to get away. Oh, Rod for stun. Goodbye. Push you away into the invis, and he is gone. Now, he'll pay for this if he's not careful. This spend. Ooh, is a beefy boy. The ult off the mark. This Tombstone now really putting in some serious work. He's got to turn around and deal with this Tombstone. That Vessel is doing serious health regen problems for him.
Yeah,
That's
I really
what
wish
it'll do.
Sven had leveled Spirit Siphon earlier. He would have been able to do so much more with it.
So much more sustained. And they find the co-op on the high ground. Oh, wow. And it blinks out the last second there before dying. Less than 100 life there. That Chakram. Again, the vision game playing all the work here. As Dire is again just absolutely dominating, controlling that Radiant Dire. Dire is once again controlling the Radiant jungle. Now with the ability to control both these outposts. And Mars looking to farm again, trying to reclaim a bit of that net worth.
You know, this game's really even, but there's a lot more towers taken on the for the Dire. They really need to push this advantage because if the Radiant's able to pull back, there's a lot of gold on the board for Radiant.
Alright, they'll run into each other at the Roche pit here. It's a lot of magical damage they can output against them, so they'll think the better of it and turn away. All the while mid. Sven leaps in, they throw out the ult. That will be enough as he's body blocking him. Great body blocks there to hold him in the ult. Meanwhile, we got a Lich looking for a DP, and he's gonna die just to the cleave alone. Wow, that's awesome. Snapfire, meanwhile. The talent's finished. That's ×3 little multi-shredder shot. That is a great talent for this. Snapfire is looking forward to being even more aggressive.
That was almost a disaster.
Still got another 2 minutes left on the Roche pit, but I don't think it's going to matter as we're looking forward to pushing forward here into a high ground advantage.
No, like I said, they gotta push. They gotta push this advantage. If Radiant gets an opportunity to take it back from him,
There's that Ian Disc coming into play as he jumps in, immediately takes a bunch of damage. The Ian Disc saving the life of that Quap. Can't do anything more than throw down a couple of Vessel charges here. This is the turn. The Snapfire throws a bunch of damage out. All the while, the Brog's Rebuke onto that barracks, and it goes down. Now they decide to push it out. Decide to take down the ward. That gives time for Snapfire to turn just immediately and take out another. As they'll rod the rest and look to run out. Who's got the Lotus Orb here? Ooh, Sven's got the Lotus Orb. That's gonna be fun.
I like that Snap's
Lots
going
of great
Satanic.
targeted stuff. Yeah, I couldn't see Snap doing anything other than a Satanic at this point. Just makes so much sense. Oh, they find the Quap who blinked onto the top, blinked onto the hill here. Again, the vision playing so much advantage, being able to see these stupid little moves she's been trying to play around.
Lich.
Oh my gosh, that was silly.
Lich.
Force staff into the Stormhammer to get off the high ground. Alright, Dire's here looking to put some serious damage into this tower. Snapfire can basically just take this by herself. And that's a goodbye, a tower.
Tower is no more.
And Radiant just can't do anything here, because the second they move out, they're just walking into this vision that Dire has, and they know exactly where they are. It's just the
Well,
last little
Dire's
bit of-
starting to pick up a lead now too. Like I said, they had a small gold advantage, but a lot of that came from the buildings that they had taken. Now that they're about 5K, this is showing that they do have a little actual 6K significant lead here.
So
when
they
you're looking
pinged out the
at-
Roche, knowing that it's now up. They decide to smoke instead. Sort of undecided here what they're going to do. It looks like Mars really wants to take the Roche. So the Snapfire will grab the double damage bottom, and they'll just go right back into the pit. Nothing Radiant can do about this. I don't even think they know what's happening. They have been too scared to get outside of their base and get any kind of vision. So this is going to be a very quick Roche. And I imagine it's going to go the way of the Mars again, who's prepared to slot for it here. Oh, I'm wrong again. Snapfire actually gets the Aegis this time.
Could leave on
And...
the board ground there. Shard.
Nope, the Shard went the way of the Lich. Nice little Shard for him too.
Oh, it's not Death Prophet. That's Lich. Never
Yep.
mind. Lich's set makes him look a lot
Like Death Prophet, I know. From this height it does, yes, I agree. Alright, finally Radiant moves out of their base. They reclaim their jungle, get some vision back up there, but Dire is marching down top lane, looking to really put some damage into this tower. See whether they can find it, as Radiant is looking to respond.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is the last push.
Well,
Dire
they
should
jump
win.
forward, out comes the Mars ult. It's big. They got a few BKB responses, immediately find the Snapfire. He's got the Aegis. That was a great pick, put on the Snapfire there. Immediately turns around, puts out a huge amount of damage. Oh my good gracious. And that's a triple kill for her. Tries to ult, immediately uses the Shadow Blade, disjoints that. Now the Death Prophet has the disarm. Who's got the disarm? Quap has the disarm with the Heaven's Hellbird. Great pickup, leaping forward, being able to disarm her. It's not enough, though. And there's the Rampage! They give the Snap the Rampage. There you go. And
Good
as
boy,
you say,
Mortimer.
I'm pretty sure that's the game right there. They're going to take these barracks and go for the throne, as it is already being assaulted by the mid-range creeps.
Yeah, if they don't end here, they're just playing with their food.
Could be a problem. So yeah, they'll take the tier 4s. And immediately the glyph comes out as a response, trying to buy the last couple of crucial seconds, but there is no way. There's a Timber Saw up here in 10 seconds, but it's not going to be enough. This thing is going to fall very, very quickly with that Snapfire. And goodbye, Ancient. What a great little game.
Pew, 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 pew. Little shredder.
Yep. Great pickup all around. I love it. Alright,
Well,
jump over to the scoreboard here and we see that Snapfire dominated the Dire side of the lineup. Great setup from both the Lich and
now Death
The
Prophet
Pugna.
was almost did as much damage there, but major
Yep.
difference being 0 building damage from Death Prophet, which when they have God Strength, not what you want to see.
Yep.
And all the building damage done from Snapfire, which the person with the Desolator. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yep.
No Desolator on the Radiant side. They did not have a good tower pusher.
Yeah, it was going to be very hard for them to push towers. They needed to be able to take team fights to push towers. So we look there, things were relatively even until about the 30-minute mark, and that's when we saw Radiant there, as you say, really sort of got ahead. Then they were able to claim a bit of an aggression advantage, and then it very quickly turned into Dire's favor, and Radiant really wasn't able to recover as they just pushed out the ending of that game. Just a
Yeah,
great little
like how
game.
do you fight the Snap like this?
It's hard.
They had two Heaven's Halberds, which only goes so far.
Yeah, with the ability, though, just to sort of Shadow Blade and disappear for a second there, right? She can
Yeah.
just sort of reset, and by that time, everything's come off cooldown. So when she's coming back with a force, right? Like into the multi-shot talent, and just
Well, and I think if you're disarmed, you can still use God's Rebuke. So, like, you wouldn't be able to use Little Shredder, but God's
Yep.
Rebuke does more than enough damage.
in a lot of cases, we saw that doing huge work. Yeah, great game. We'll wrap it up
All
there
right.
with another fantastic ability draft game.